Hello, viewers. I hope everybody have a happy day. All the men and women serving in the military branches. I hope you guys had a happy Veterans Day. So anyway, like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will obtain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will obtain your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you're good to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Black Lightning. So anyway, this is the latest episode of Black Lightning after they after their short hiatus. So the episode starts off like this. So basically, we see we see the boy Tavon at South Freeman at the farm with the other metahumans in South Freeman. Tavon is the boy that Jefferson and Vanessa rescued from the ASA, from the ASA to somebody set Tavon up with the ASA. He might be a possible metahuman. So basically, Tavon is a boy that goes to Jefferson and Mr. School that somebody reported that Tavon might be a metahuman. It turns out he's not a metahuman at all. So basically, with no choice, the ASA took Tavon and Jefferson and Nissa worked together and freed Tavon and took him to South Freeman until they can prove that he's not a metahuman. So anyway, turns out that when Jefferson was talking to Tavon's parents, they have a paper from the ASA that proves that he's not a metahuman. So basically, Jefferson was talking to Tavon's parents, they're saying that, the ASA done some test on Tavon that proves he's not a metahuman. They have proof that proves that Tavon is not a metahuman. Somebody must lie on Tavon being a metahuman. So basically, like Jefferson told his parents that I will figure ways how to get Tavon back into Freeman. I'll figure ways how to get your son back. So anyway, meanwhile, while I was gone. When that was going on, Odell was looking. Odell had a list of subjects who might be Blackbird. So basically, Odell was using a computer program to figure out a group of suspects who can be Blackbird. And turns out that Anisha is on that list. So basically, Odell is looking for Blackbear, and he came up with a list of possible females that could be Blackbird. So this is on this list. And also, on top of that, Odell put painkiller on the case to take down Blackbird. So basically, Odell's the next time Blackbird shows up, I want you to take Blackbird down because he's tired of Blackbird taking down his facilities and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, during the nighttime, we see Lynn and we see Lynn having a strange dream because of the green light, and that gave her an idea. So basically, because of Lynn's bad dream, she figured out that Dr. James Davis gave her the answer about to solve the metahuman problem. So basically, because of Lynn's bad dream and Dr. Jen's virus, because of Lynn's bad dream and Dr. Jen's virus, she figured that she figured out how to stable metahumans in their metahuman genes. So basically, a lot of metahumans that the ASA got in custody were dying not because of the virus, because of their power. So basically, their metahumans metahuman genes were unstable. So the more they used the powers, the more they used the powers, the more the more they used the powers, it was killing it was killing these certain metahumans that kept on using their powers were dying because of the use of the powers. So basically, Lynn figured out that what the hell, with the help of Lynn's virus, that I can make a special serum that can stable metahumans, in their powers. So therefore, they can use their powers whilst them dying too quickly. So basically, Lynn figured out a serum based off the Dr. Jan's virus that that will help metahumans that will help metahumans not dying while using their powers. So basically, every time a metahuman, so basically in layman's terms, Lynn came out with a serum that can, make sure that metahumans doesn't die using their powers and shit like that. But she was missing one creature, so basically she needed a special sample for a metahuman in the ASA's custody to help her make this serum. And turns out it was somebody well who has the special gene that she needs to make this serum to stabilize every metahuman inside the camp and whatnot. So anyway, so basically Lynn was shocked to see that the patient Sorry, so basically Lynn was shocked that Tobias was the patient, so basically Lynn was shocked that Tobias was the patient that she needed to make her serum to stabilize every metahuman in Freeman and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile at school, she thought Jennifer was having some problems for her powers after after she tried out that new suit that Odell gave her. I figured maybe her new suit that she got for Odell kind of messed with her powers a little bit, and she was not feeling very good. So anyway, Jefferson, so basically at school, during a computer class, Jennifer's power started to act up, and she accidentally fought every computer in her computer class by accident. And it looks like, so basically Jennifer accidentally fought every computer in her computer class by accident, because, I believe that when Jennifer got that new suit to Odell, it was some kind of side effect, causing her powers to go haywire and whatnot. So anyway, meanwhile, Anissa was going back out to go with let's graduate Gabby to while she goes through some more metahumans and take them to South Freeman and whatnot, along with the vaccine So basically, Nixon was going back out to free some more metahumans from the ASA camps and take them to South Freeman and whatnot, along with the cure for Dr. Jan's virus. So anyway, Nixon left Gammy to look at the Grace and whatnot. So anyway. So basically, while that was going on, Henderson had to tell Freeman that that there was a bounty on Blackbird's head. So basically, with no other choice, Henderson had to tell everybody in Freeman that Blackbird is a wanted criminal, and there's a war to bring down Blackbird and whatnot. So basically, Henderson was kind of like, had no choice but to declare Blackbird had no choice but the ASA to declare Blackbird a criminal, and she's wanted dead or alive and shit like that. So after Henderson told the public about that Blackbird is a wanted criminal, a lot of people did not took kind to that. So anyway, so basically Henderson figured out that that two bits that two bits was stealing from the ASA supply truck, and Reverend Hoyt was helping Blackbird sneak metahumans out, and Henderson locked up two bits for stealing from the ASA supply truck, and locked up Reverend Hoyt for helping Blackbird help metahumans escape from Freeman. So basically Henderson locked up two bits and Reverend Hoyt. So anyway, Jefferson got. So basically, Anissa was about to make her run, and Jefferson got in contact with Anissa and told her to bring Tavon back. So basically, Anissa was like, no, that's a bad idea. Something can go wrong. So basically, but Anissa said, all right, I'll try to do my best. So anyway, when Anissa got to South Freeman, when Anissa got to South Freeman later that night with a bunch of metahumans that she freed from the ASA, she's like, Tavon, I start to talk to Tavon, turns out there's proof of you not being a metahuman, so basically, me to sneak you back in. So basically, Anissa said that, that a friend of mine, that your parents had proof about you not being a metahuman, so basically, if you want, I can sneak you back into Freeman. So basically, Taylor was like, okay. So basically, while Anissa was trying to sneak, so basically, when Anissa snuck back into Freeman, Painkiller was there waiting for Anissa. So basically, Anissa did not, since it was dark, Anissa did not recognize that Painkiller is Khalil. So anyway, they got into a fight so basically Anissa got into a fight with Painkiller, and Painkiller had the upper hand until Tavon jumped in and helped Anissa, but he ended up getting poisoned by Painkiller's Painkiller's toxin. So basically, now during the fight, Anissa was turns out that Painkiller was too much Anissa to handle, and Tavon jumped in, helped Anissa out, and he ended up getting poisoned by Painkiller's toxin. So anyway, but Anissa managed to get the upper hand against Painkiller, and they managed to, Anissa managed to get away with Tavon, who is now ejected by Painkiller's toxin. So anyway, meanwhile, Odell went to go visit Anissa's apartment, and turns out that Grace disguised herself as Anissa. So basically, Odell thought that Anissa was Blackbird, but Grace disguised herself as Anissa when Odell showed up. Odell said, I thought you were a reason why I came here. I thought you were Blackbird, but since you're here and Blackbird is somewhere else, I was mistaken. So basically, Odell was fooled by Grace, who pretended to be Anissa, with the help of Gamby, So basically, Gamby told Grace to disguise herself as Anissa, because Odell showed up out of nowhere. So basically, blah blah blah. So anyway, Odell was tricked by Gamby and Grace's little trick about So basically, Jeremy, so with the help of Jeremy and Grace, they was able to trick Odell, thinking that Anissa is can't be Blackbird or whatnot. Meanwhile, Jefferson met up with Anissa and Tavon, Tavon died. So basically, Tavon died of the poison from. So basically, Jefferson met up with Anissa and Tavon, but Tavon died from painkiller's toxin right in front of them. So basically, Tavon caused a painkiller's toxin. Tavon was dead because of the toxin because of the painkiller's toxin and whatnot. So anyway, Jefferson had to so basically Jefferson took Tavon's body and took Tavon's body to his parents. It's like their parents were not happy that the ASA killed killed his son, even though he was not a metahuman. So basically, Tavon's parents was not happy that that painkiller who worked for the ASA was killed by the ASA and whatnot. So anyway, things got worse after that. So basically, the next day, the word got to school at Garfield High. All the students heard about Tavon dying by the SA, and they started to attack the soldier who was guarding their school. So basically, word got around that Tavon died because of the ASA and whatnot. And so basically, the students started to protest against the soldiers that were guarding their school, and the soldiers hit one of the kids, and Jefferson stepped in. It's like, whoa, I know you soldiers are, I know these kids are wrong, but dang, you don't have to hit the kids like that. So basically, the soldiers started to attack Jefferson, and Jefferson had to stand there, take an axe weapon upon his students, that way they won't get hurt. So anyway. So basically, Jennifer watching her daddy get beat down by the soldiers at their high school, and Jennifer was about to jump in and use her powers on the soldier, but the new boy Brandon, the new kid Brandon, stopped Anissa from using her powers by absorbing the energy from Jennifer. Turns out the new boy Brandon is a metahuman also. So basically, it turns out he has the ability to absorb Anissa's energy. So basically, the new boy that Anissa has been hanging out with, Brandon, is a metahuman too. But it turns out his ability is he can absorb the electricity from Jennifer's body. So therefore, Brandon did stop Jennifer from helping her dad to take down those soldiers. So basically, it would have been a ugly scene after that. So anyway. And then, basically, after school broke out, after school was over, Jennifer met up with Odell. He's like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Your soldiers beat up my dad. So basically, even Odell thought that was messed up too. So basically, he told them that, don't worry, I will deal with those soldiers that beat up your dad. And this went to go help Odell take down some more Mongolian steakhouse inside Freeman. So basically, after Jennifer told Odell about the soldiers beating her dad, Odell was like, all right, that was messed up. So basically, I will deal with the soldiers that beat your dad. So anyway, Jennifer helped Odell take down another Mongolian steakhouse inside Freeman. So anyway, meanwhile. Meanwhile, so basically back at the ASA, at the main ASA headquarters, Jen had restored Tobias' powers. So basically, in order to get the special proteins from Tobias, she had to temporarily restore Tobias' strength and youth. So basically, that serum that was keeping Tobias young and strong, she had to give him. She had to give him that serum to get that protein that she needed to make her serum to stabilize every member human inside Freeman and whatnot. So anyway, so basically while Lynn was getting her sample from Tobias, and that's when Tobias said, I know that your husband is Black Lightning. I know that your daughters are Thunder and Lightning. So basically, so basically, Tobias figured out that told Lynn that I know that your husband is Black Lightning. I know that your daughters are Jennifer, and I know that your daughters are Thunder and Lightning. So basically, Odell, since Lynn stored Tobias, gave Tobias the serum again. He's like, so Tobias made a deal. Since you helped me out with the situation, I won't put a hand on your daughters, but I'm gonna still kill your husband, Black Lightning. So basically, since Lynn restored gave him the serum that kept him young and shit, Tobias told Lynn that, I swear not to touch your daughters, but I'm going to still kill your husband though. So anyway, after Lynn took her sample from Tobias, she had a conversation with Odell that, had a conversation with Odell, say, once everything is done, I want you to make Tobias, I want you to get rid of Tobias. So basically, once Lynn is done using Tobias to make her serum, she wants Odell to get rid of Tobias. So anyway, later that night, we see Reverend Hoyt in 2 Bits, along with Henderson. It turned out that Henderson was behind the rebels that were fighting against the ASA and Freeman. So basically, it turns out that Henderson was a part of the rebels this whole time. So anyway. So basically, then that's when Blackbird showed up, and the rest of the rebels showed up. So basically, Henderson was like, we need to all work together to get rid of the ASA from Freeman. And so basically, Henderson divided the 2 Bits and Reverend Hoyt and Blackbird to join the rebels to take down the ASA and free South Freeman. So basically, they all agreed to work together so they all agreed to work together to get rid of the ASA from South Freeman, and this is how the episode ended with Henderson, 2 Bits, Reverend Hoyt, Blackbird, and the rebels all agreeing to work together to take down the ASA and get rid of the ASA from South Freeman. Get rid of the ASA from Freeman and take back their city. And this is how the episode ended, where everybody agreeing that we need to get rid of the ASA and free South and free Freeman once and for all. And this is how the episode ended. So basically, this was a good episode. This episode was good. Was a pretty good episode, but a sad episode. It was fucked up how Jefferson got beat down like a dog by the ASA soldiers. So basically, this was a good episode. So I really liked this episode, even though Jefferson had to get beat down for attacking his students and whatnot, for those ASA soldiers and whatnot. But, this was a pretty good episode. So So, like always, it's Century Michael from Screen View. Sign off. One.